Okay. Darren Till, his long-awaited comeback against Dricus Du Plessis, 185. And the line is Du Plessis minus 175, Darren Till plus 150, Du Plessis open minus 135, and it's pretty much come straight down. A ton of movement, Dan, on December 3rd. It went from minus 143 all the way to minus 188 in like 2 days. So late money or late-ish money is coming in on Du Plessis here. Look, I'm going to give you the floor here because I'm not sold on Du Plessis from what I've seen inside the UFC. And it's not that his resume isn't impressive. It's just that I'm not sure where this all came from. He kind of busted on the scene.
He doesn't really pass the eye test.
Right.
Nothing looks super crisp. Nothing looks super dominant or strong, but clearly the power's there. It clearly turns people's lights out.
Right. And he's had 3 UFC fights, 2 against, one of which is Marcus Perez, one of which is Trevin Giles. And so, like, I don't know where this rise to being a ranked fighter in the UFC is coming from. I know he had a really long African regional scene. I know that I believe he was a kickboxer.
Those KSW fights, the Roberto Silzik fights are freaking awesome. Check those out if you haven't, listeners.
So maybe that's where a lot of this instant stardom has come from, but he's number 13 ranked middleweight in the world, and he's beaten 3 UFC guys, 2 of which are fringe or no longer with the promotion.
What am I missing? Only been booked on big pay-per-view nights. We're talking Adesanya, Cannonier, we're talking Poirier, McGregor. This is a guy from the very beginning. They said, we're going to put the marketing machine behind you a little bit. I don't know. And it's a tough spot, but at the current price, I think I'm going to be on Darren Till small. I know he's on as cold of a streak as they come.
I kind of agree with you, Dan.
But I believe that there still is an elite Muay Thai striker in there. Not to mention the injuries he's been dealing with. We're talking broken collarbone. We're talking tearing his ACL a week out from the Derek Brunson fight. But he's just a guy has a similar problem to Jairzinho. He's a great counter striker. He dropped Robert Whitaker 2 fights ago, but his output is just not there, and it tends to have him lose minutes. Yeah. And as good as his Muay Thai is, if you're losing minutes in a 3-round fight, you're not going to have success. And as long as he's healthy here, I think that this is going to be a great spot. I mean, this is all speculation, but I have to imagine with all the time he's spending, it all starts with Hamzat. He's been co-training in Thailand as well. I do think that he's going to be a better version than we've seen, period, in the last 4 years of Darren Till, but I won't call this. There's just so many questions. I just want to
emphasize, though, that if you are going to ride with us and ride Darren Till at the perceived value, don't blow your whole bankroll on this or throw a fat. I mean, this is a slight feeler play. See what Darren Till, how he looks, where his mindset's at, where he's at. I mean, he's coming on a losing streak. He's a guy who's not used to losing. He's getting finished by Derek Brunson. You saw him break in that fight to Derek Brunson. He had no answer for the wrestling, probably an ACL factor. And so just stay within yourself on betting Darren Till, because I know he's a fan favorite. I know he can hype it up in all these things that he's got it, and he does, but just don't chase or blow your load on Darren Till. I like it. Dan likes it. Usually a recipe for success, but don't go nuts. Don't go crazy.
There's so many ways this could go wrong.
Exactly.